Parker, who's also a professor of electrical and computer engineering at University of Virginia. And then the director or program lead of our Broadband Mathis program, Deidre, who is at Florida International University as well. So I'd like to introduce both my partners as we talk a little bit about the cultural development piece of what we'd like to do. So as you saw kind of Scott and Nick talk about it a couple of days ago, there are 3 tracks that our group focuses on. One is kind of cultural development. So that's what this session is really about, is how to kind of develop the cultural awareness in our team. And so there's going to be a couple of things that I want you to be familiar with. This is a really informal session. I envisioned it as coffee hour, people asking questions about cultural, like how to develop cultural awareness, going through kind of resources and things like that. So I'm hoping you have questions. I do have my laptop on and can pull people's reports if you want to kind of go into a corner and talk more quietly about your own individual development plan. So I'm happy to do that as well. But a couple of announcements we'll start with. First, if you have already done the individual or the intercultural development inventory, you received a second code from me just about a week ago, right? And so if you haven't already seen that code, please look for it. It comes from this weird IDI kind of assessment email, not from me directly. So look for that. We are looking to recreate the group profile and kind of go through that before the fall meeting. So we're hoping to debrief most people over the summer, right? And I'll follow up with that. If you haven't already done the IDI assessment, you got a different email from me that asked for your availability and your time so that we could meet and I could introduce the IDI to you and we could work through it together and get that. So that you can look for my name. If you look for my name, I am the only person with my name up on the planet according to Google. You'll find that email in your inbox and it will be from me, right? And so please look for those things because we'd like to move through that process over the summer when things are a little quieter for the team, okay? Second, as we kind of work through IDIs and IDPs, we wanted to make you aware of a new resource that's available for everybody. So Talia's going to help me kind of go through this. If you go to our SpectrumX website, hit the Research and Education button, scroll down to Broadening Participation, and on the left you'll see a resource button. And there, Scott worked a lot on creating kind of a resource database, and we're adding to this, we're changing this, right? Kind of it's continual development. So Christina worked a lot on this, kind of putting this website together, but there are books that you can read to make yourself more culturally aware. There are movies, there are podcasts, I think there's all kinds of resources.
And I just want to say that this is actually, Tanya put this list together. I worked to get it up on the website. I didn't actually curate the list.
Tanya created the list. It was before my time, so I'm sorry. But there's a lot of different types of things you can participate in. And if you've worked through your IDP at all, you know that it'll walk you through kind of what types of things can you engage with to kind of increase your cultural awareness, move towards an intercultural mindset and things like that. So those are all there for you now. So that's a really new resource, I think, had just gone up in like the last month or so and available to everybody. There are other resources out there as well, so there's great professional organizations, things like that. We'll be working through this to add a lot of those types of things and talk about, so NCORE is actually in Hawaii next week, the week after. So if you want to go to that and have fun, I think Hawaii is a great place to be. But there's a lot of these different types of resources that exist, okay? So that's something you can use as you develop your IDP. What other announcements, Scott, should I make? Yeah.
Any other at the top of my head?
Yeah, so I think what we wanted is to talk to people about where they are, things that we could develop as we're debriefing people to create more helpful resources, right? More efficient conversations. I have my own IDP, so to become a QA, and we'll have I should also announce, we've had a lot of turnover in our qualified administrators. So as we reach out and set up for debriefing sessions, you might get to meet someone new, because we are training new qualified administrators who will be reaching out to you and setting up times for you to do that. And so we'll be introducing new folks in that vein as well. What questions can I answer? What would you like to talk about? Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the independent development program at all, so.
Yeah, that's a good question. Let me introduce that. Can I do my overview? Can I plug in my laptop? 'Cause I can just introduce the IDI for the new people in the room. I'm really bad at these steps, so